All right. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I appreciate you rolling with me here on the no run first inning plays. We do yes runs as well if you're new to the video. If you're not new to the video, I apologize. For the first time since we started, we had to break out the reverse brooms, and I'm not happy. I'm pissed off. I'm upset. Money was lost last night. We're going to make it back. It's as simple as it goes. It's ups and downs and variance and things happen in baseball. All that bullshit aside, we went 0-3 last night. And that's awful. That's inexcusable. That simply cannot happen. So we move forward. Two things I can do for you today: provide you with three more money-making plays. And I can see as we're doing this, things are shifting and changing. Odds are changing as we speak right now over at BetMGM. So that's the first thing. The other thing, and all I'm going to ask, is that you hit the thumbs up button, that you subscribe here to all of the content that's pouring out so much ahead of football season as well on the Odd Shopper channel. Here's the thing. We have a risk-free bet for you at BetMGM. It's going to be up to $1,000. You don't need to put in $1,000. I'll tell you about that. That's really what I can do for you today, because I feel awful. I woke up with this just pit in my stomach, like I had an exam that I didn't study for. And I knew that I had to face the music today. And it's a terrible feeling. And look, we love to brag. We love to have fun. We love to shit talk when things go well. But, between the two videos I did, the 6 picks yesterday, 1 and 5 is disgraceful. So, yes, we continue to solicit your comments, as good or as bad as they are. And I deserve the ass kicking. I deserve the lyrical verbal ass kicking that I've gotten on here from a comment section. And we'll see what happens today. I'm pretty confident about our ticket. All right. Now let's start with the Orioles-Rangers game. That's where we begin. And depending on what side you like, and you'll see here, I like the yes run first inning. You can look at Martin Perez and say, well, it's going to be a no run first inning. You can look at Kyle Bradish and say, well, it's going to be a yes run first inning. Perez, 2.52 ERA. You're not going to argue anything along those lines. The guys come out, and by the way, it says Eytan by the bottom. I didn't even want to put my Twitter account. I was so embarrassed, so ashamed today on this video. Perez comes in, the 2.52 ERA. Nothing you can say about that. Outstanding. Issue, though, the whip, 1.25, little high, little too close for comfort for a guy who has been more so controlling when it comes to limiting runs. It's just, when you give up hits, when you give up walks at a rate that's a little bit higher than comfort zone for how you're keeping at least the ERA down, it opens up an opportunity, especially in the first inning. I mentioned this already. If you're looking at the yes run first inning, it's the other side, Kyle Bradish. Now, he was knocked around most of the year. He comes off his second best start. Now, people think, oh, let's jump in. Something has changed. We can ride this momentum. I'm not. I'm playing who he is across the season more so than what I just saw the second best start of the year, which also, by the way, has not been lights out. Texas lower league average, they still score 0.55 runs per first inning at home. Now, Baltimore's terrible on the road. We can't hide that, 0.29 runs per first inning. But Bradish now helps a Rangers team who's already been creating scoring chances earlier in games with that number at 0.55. And just to help Baltimore, who is so bad on the road when it comes to run per first inning scoring average, the Rangers do give up over a half a run, 0.53 runs per first inning at home, which, if it sounds like a lot, it's 7th worst in baseball. So at plus 105, we're attacking here essentially Martin Perez's whip. We're identifying one thing, the season-long trends as far as how teams score in the first or not. We're attacking Perez's whip, and also the fact that the Rangers, in the situation they are at home, and even the Orioles on the road, are going to get a nice little boost when it comes to a scoring chance. Speaking of a boost to your bet bankroll at BetMGM, it's so easy, so easy. Now, you don't need to put $1,000 in. I want you to understand that. You don't need to put a G right in there. All you need to do, sign up, click that link below, use our promo code, OSNRFI, that's fine too. But click that link, sign up to BetMGM with the amount that you want for the risk-free bet up to $1,000. And this is what I've been telling people. Hey, whatever your unit size is, whatever you feel most comfortable with as far as betting that risk-free, then do that. Don't feel like, oh, I have to put $1,000 in or some large number, 750, whatever it is. Look, if you're comfortable putting $100 in and using that as a risk-free bet, do that. Whatever your amount is your amount. It's comfortable for you. It's right for you. You don't need to stretch this out and think, well, this is because it's going to make you uncomfortable. And that's what we don't want. We want you to enjoy this. We want you to enjoy the content. We want you to ride with us on this content and take advantage of free opportunities like that in this risk-free sense of up to $1,000. Mets Nationals. Soto's out. We know DeGrom, they survived last night. The Nats do. Now they've got Chris Bassett. We'll get to him in a second. But how about Anibal Sanchez? Just 3 starts. Sanchez is probably causing enough anxiety internally in Washington every time he hits the mound, unless they just want to continue to lose games. That's fine. We're going to attack Sanchez early. Gave up just 6 runs. How about that? He gave up, he gave up 6 runs. Worst of the 3 starts last start. Prime opportunities here. Scoring chances for the Mets in the first inning. Mets already score 0.44 runs per first inning. By the way, they had the bases loaded yesterday in the first inning. They just couldn't score. That's what we ask for, scoring chances. So the Mets at 0.44 runs per first inning should get an insane boost going up against Sanchez here. Sanchez, look, Bassett, you want to look at Chris Bassett alone, that's fine. I don't think he's bulletproof by any means. 2 of his last 5 road starts, he has given up a run in the first inning. So this isn't a man who has just been lights out. The Nats have some bats there left. They're not K-worthy throughout 1 through 5, 6 to where Bassett can exhale. And much like we saw when it comes to the other side here with the Mets, you're going to get a chance to get on the bag. So, yes, run first inning at -125. This is starting to dip. -130 is the stretch. -130 is where we actually start. Oh, okay, that's enough now to where I wouldn't play this anymore. But that's the last one. Let's get to the Cubs-Cardinals game. Miles Mikolas. This is essentially who we're playing here. It's a no-run first inning bet at -135. If you're following along with the written piece, when this came out earlier in the day, this was to 115, and we're pretty much hitting the limit, I would think, at -140. You're watching this at 135, jump in at 140, that's okay, but that's really where we stop. Mikolas, the ERA speaks for itself, 2.86. The 8-8 record, more a reflection, lack of run support than anything else. So while you can point to 1 or 2 rough outings, really, and I know 2 starts ago is going to pop up on people's radar for Mikolas. Really, when you look at it, 2 of his last 10 starts, the only time in which he didn't hold the team to at least or to less than 2 runs. In other words, he's held opposition to 2 runs in 8 of his last 10 starts. Probably should have just said it that way. I apologize. I'm sorry. There's a lot of things I'm apologizing here today for. Justin Steele's job, well, we know that. Get in, get out. These Cardinals bats are aggressive. They're going to be swinging. They're going to be trying to take advantage of Steele early. Well, Steele has survived 2 of his last 4 starts, at least on the road, not giving up a run in the first inning. Yeah, at the same time, you could say, well, Shannon, that means that 2 of his 4 he has. But this is a guy that we're banking. We're trying to bet on at least that he has enough to get through. And he hasn't been a dumpster fire, is my point. 3 of the last 4, 6 of the last 9, things along those lines. There is some stability, or at least the variance is equal. It's not 75-25. So there you have it. Run it back as much as you want. Yes, in Texas. Yes, in Washington. No, in St. Louis. Hit the thumbs up button, please. Make sure you're subscribed here to the Odd Shopper channel. So much is happening. I'm recording this now, and I see like 15 other pieces being presented and recorded and about to be put up on the site. So why miss something? Just subscribe, and you know the drill. Also, $1,000 is the max. Whatever you feel comfortable. We have a risk-free bet at BetMGM. Click the link, OSNRFI. Either way, the same spot's going to bring you there. when you sign up. Deposit what you want to play as the risk-free bet. $100 could be up to $1,000, but make sure you at least take advantage of this free money opportunity, this risk-free bet opportunity at BetMGM. All right, we're back Thursday. We'll get you ready as we look at the weekend. But for now, let's cash some tickets.